Hello, eighth grade. Uh, I want to share with you our plans for Washington, D.C. 2026, Washington, D.C., and Gettysburg. Um, for those of you that couldn't make it last night to the Zoom meeting, I forgot to record it, so I'm going to quickly redo the presentation so that you can have a video of it. And hopefully I'll talk a little bit faster and you won't have to be here as long. I want to cover what the trip entails, what it is included, everything that's included with it, a little bit about our travel partner World Strides, and then how to sign up and some of the logistics of that. So some of the places that we're going to be going. This is a student tour, and what I mean by that is that we're going to cover a lot of grounds in a little bit of time. We leave Saturday morning. We are back Tuesday evening. So we have about 3 full days all told, with about that day traveling. We are going to hit Arlington National Cemetery, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, where the changing of the guard happens. We'll hit the Marine Corps Memorial, the planting of the flag on Iwo Jima. We'll go up to Capitol Hill, where the United States Capitol is, Congress. Across the street, we have the Library of Congress and the Supreme Court. We'll go inside the Library of Congress. We will visit outside the Supreme Court. We'll hit memorials, usually at night. We'll hit the Jefferson Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, and the MLK Jr. Memorial. Those are all on the water. We'll get to the Smithsonian's as well. The big three Smithsonian's being the Air and Space Museum, the American History Museum, and the Natural Science Museum. There's some other art galleries and other ones that students can go to, but we give them a large amount of time to visit those. World War II Memorial is also close to that as well. We'll do a picture stop and prayer outside the White House. We'll hit the Korean Memorial and the Vietnam Veteran Memorial, as well as the Washington Monument. We will spend about 3 hours at Gettysburg. It's just a 2-hour drive on the road, and a few years back we decided, hey, this would be a good place to hit up since we are so close to it. So we get to Gettysburg, we're there for 3 hours, 2 hours on the battlefield, 1 hour inside the museum area, and that's in Pennsylvania. So what does our trip include? FYI, those are real statues, but I did add a Snapchat filter to those. So obviously their faces are not real. Everything that's included, hotel accommodations. We do 4 students per room for our hotel rooms, 2 adults per room. If you come as a chaperone, you can also upgrade and pay for your own hotel room if you want to be by yourself. We have transportation to and from all of our destinations. That is including from LSA to the airport, from the airport throughout our trip to hotel and all of the memorials and monuments, and then as well from the airport back to LSA. All of the meals are included with the exception of our breakfast meal the morning we leave on Saturday morning. All activities and attractions are paid for. Tickets for all of the different places are covered. We have a full-time course leader from 7 a.m. breakfast till 9:30 p.m. when we get dropped off at the hotel. Our course leader is with us. When the course leader is off duty, we do have an on-site coordinator at the hotel that they are there available for me to reach out if I need anything. And then when we go to sleep at night, we do have night chaperones that sit in our hallways, making sure, 1, that our students aren't messing around, 2, they're looking out after us, and if there's ever an emergency, they are there to then come and wake me up should something happen. So let me go over the itinerary from 2 years ago. When I created this, we hadn't done the 2025 trip yet, so I wanted to share with it. Honestly, they're pretty similar. We've done the same one. We've got it pretty well ironed out to cover as much as we can in the time that we have it. It's usually an early morning, 3:45 2 years ago. Sometimes it's 2 o'clock. Sometimes it's 5 o'clock. Usually it's around between 3 and 4 when we are leaving LSA. And normally we depart out of Intercontinental. One time it's been Hobby. And we'll land at Dulles. Sometimes we land at Reagan. Sometimes, usually it's Dulles or Reagan. And then we get our coach and we get our tour guide as soon as we land. We're off to food. Our food will come in either a mall or a restaurant. Our first stop is at a food court. So there's about 7 or 8 different places. The students are given a ticket. They can pick one of those locations, and then they go to that location and they get what's on that ticket. If they ever want more, they can purchase more, but I'll be honest, usually it's more than enough food. At that time, after we're done eating, we are up to Capitol Hill. We'll visit the U.S. Capitol. We'll take a tour outside, but we also go inside as well. We walk across the street to visit the Library of Congress, and then we go outside for a picture of the Supreme Court. This night, we are eating a little bit early at 4:45 at Good Stuff Eatery. Good Stuff Eatery is you have like 5 or 6 options, and you have a sandwich, you have a chicken sandwich, a burger, you have a salad, you might have something else, and you pick. And then we send that ahead of time, and then they bring those items out. After dinner, evenings are usually reserved for the memorials. So we will try to get as many memorials in as we can each night. Jefferson, FDR, World War II, Martin Luther King, Navy Memorial, Canadian Embassy. We're just going to try to hit as many things as we can in the evenings. And usually we're done around 9, and we head back to our hotel between right around 9:30, 9:45. Bedtime is at 10:30. That's when lights out. As the chaperones, we do come around and collect their phones. And so at nighttime, we want them to get a good night's sleep. So we collect their phones so that they are not having that distraction. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, we come up and we knock on their doors and we wake them up and we return their phones then. The buses have charging ports, so they're never not a time where they can't stay charged up. Breakfast is at 7, so we usually wake up between an hour to 45 minutes early. We are departing and we're on the road at 7:45. Our second day, we are going to Mount Vernon, the home of George Washington. We have about 2.5 to 3 hours there. It just depends on what comes after that. And so there's the tour of the house, there's the grounds, and then there's the education center. It's a fantastic estate to visit. You could spend probably 2 or 3 days there with the amount of stuff there is to see. We're going to hit 2 hours. As I said, this is a student tour, so we're going to cover a lot with a little bit of time for each thing. After that, we head to the Holocaust Museum, and we're there for a couple hours as well. And then we go to All About Burger at 1:30. Sometimes lunch is late, sometimes it's early, sometimes it's right on time. It just varies from place to place. After All About Burger, we're going to the National Archives. We get to view the Declaration of Independence, the Magna Carta, and the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And usually we try to get a ticketed time so we can get in and get out versus waiting in a really, really long line. After that, we'll walk 1 block to the National Mall. That's the big green open area space where the Smithsonians are on the sides. You can see the Washington Monument down one end, the U.S. Capitol on the other side, and that's where the Smithsonian museums are. Air and Space, Natural, American, as well as numerous art galleries, Indian, African American Museum, and then the actual original Smithsonian building as well. There's a bunch. After that, we give them about 3 to 4 hours, just depends on time, and then we head to We the Pizza. Again, that one is just more of a buffet style for pizza. After that, we'll hit Lincoln, Korean, Vietnam, Einstein. Sometimes we run out of time and we'll hit other things if we miss it the night before. But usually those big 3 and then Einstein covers that evening. It just depends. It depends on the crowds, on loading and unloading. And so then we're back at the hotel right around 9:30. Breakfast, nighttime 10:30. Day 3, we are going to Gettysburg. It's an earlier morning, about 30 minutes earlier. So we wake the students up about 5:45. That's a hard knock on the door. They do not want to wake up. They had a busy day too. But we are at breakfast at 6:30. We are departing for Gettysburg. It's about 2 hours on the road to get to the site in Pennsylvania. The place opens at 9 o'clock, and usually we are the first ones there. We're there at 9 o'clock. We view the museum. Sometimes the battlefield tour is before, sometimes it's after. It just varies. But we get about 2 hours with a certified battlefield expert. And the testing that they do to be a tour guide is incredible. And so we get some top-notch people there to share that. Our tour guide leaves the bus, and we get a different tour guide for the battlefield tour. We go out to the battlefield. They show us where things happened. We're there where things happened. It's great. And so we go there. After that, we come back for the cyclorama. The cyclorama is this ginormous painting. It's in a 360-degree view, a painting completely surrounding you, and it's huge. It is day 2 of the 3-day Gettysburg battle that kind of changed the war. So you get to experience that while you are standing in the middle of the fight. After that, we head to lunch at the Upper Crust, another pizza place. Yes, pizza is popular. And after that, we depart for D.C. It's about a 2-hour trip, and we are back to Arlington National Cemetery, and then we'll go to the changing of the guard and the Kennedy grave sites of JFK and his 3 brothers. After that, we will drive just a short trip down the road to the Pentagon, where the September 11th Memorial is, and then we will hit the Iwo Jima Memorial either before or after, it just depends, but they're all right next to each other. We look at the Air Force Memorial, but we don't visit it. And then we have a meal ticket at the Pentagon City Mall, an actual mall. We always tell our students to travel in groups of 3 or more as they are there, so that we give them time to eat, and then we give them a little extra time for some shopping if they want. We do go visit a touristy souvenir shop, so they do have a chance to buy the wonderful knickknacks that the students like to come home with. We do have them we give them time for that as well. And at all of the locations, there are places to buy souvenirs, gift shops, and we give them time to stop there as well. In fact, that's where they spend the majority of their time. Day 4, we load the buses up. We pack up all of our bags. We are on the bus at 7:45. We go to the White House for a picture stop outside. We then head down to the Washington Monument. It's open again, so we are able to go back up. Ford's Theater and Peterson House, which is across the street where Lincoln died. We go there. Then we head back to another food court at Reagan International Trade Center. And then after lunch, we head up to the National Cathedral for a guided tour. It is probably the most beautiful building in D.C. Well, it's just outside of D.C. Or it's on the outskirts of D.C., still in D.C., but not near the main area. Beautiful place. If you've never been there, my jaw dropped when I went there the first time about 16 years ago. It's just beautiful. Every time I go there, I'm just in awe of it. So if you've never been to it, it's pretty cool. After that, we are back at the hotel. The students get $20 to purchase food, and then we are flying home and landing. And usually we're back to LSA between 9 and 10. It just varies. So that is our 4-day whirlwind trip. Our dates are Saturday, March 7th through Tuesday, March 10th. March 6th is the Friday before spring break starts. We leave the very next morning bright and early. And then we return that Tuesday evening, and so you have the rest of spring break as yours. The student price is $24.99, and that's for a room of 4. Adult price is $27.74. That's for 2 adults in a room. You can reserve your spot for $115. To register, you go to worldstrides.com/register and put in the trip ID 222500. Now, there is a refund protection plan. Insurance, if you want to purchase that, you can. Somebody asked the other night, is it worthwhile? I don't know. But in all of my years doing this, we've only had 2 students that were not able to make it. One was sick, and one had a death of a grandfather that they couldn't make it. Other than that, nobody's ever canceled last minute. So it is up to you whether you want that insurance or not. If you want some ideas on maybe fundraising it or asking grandparents, I know what I'm going to be doing for Oliver is hitting up the grandparents of saying, hey, instead of a birthday gift this year and maybe instead of a Christmas gift, would you be willing to say we say to grandma and grandpa, aunts and uncles, hey, would you like to contribute some money for the trip instead of those gifts? So that's an option if you want to do that. The payments are due by the end of 2025, so December 2025. If you need to go beyond that, you can work out a payment plan to go beyond that into March. And that can all be done on worldstrides.com when you register. So that is DC 2026 in a nutshell. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm happy to answer it. You guys got the shortened version. I talked quicker. Last night it was about 30 minutes. I got it down to 15. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email or ask. Thank you.